Hi guys and welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial we're going to look at the chapter of marketing, and I'm just going to do a really quick revision and basically try to give you like the minimum requirements of what you need to know for your Leaving Certificate examination. So the first thing you need to know is you need to know what is marketing. Okay, so you need to know the concept or the definition for marketing. Okay, and marketing is when basically you identify the needs of a consumer. Then you develop a product to satisfy the needs of that consumer, and then you need to be able to advertise it and promote it so your product actually sells. The next thing you need to know is your marketing strategy. Okay, so your marketing strategy. And your marketing strategy is how you're actually going to market your product. What price you're going to charge, your marketing place, where you're gonna place this product in the market, how you're gonna promote it. So your marketing strategy is going to be made up of your marketing mix, and it's really important that you understand your strategy and your marketing mix. Marketing mix is made up of 4 P's, so price, place, promotion, and product. It's vital that you understand these 4 concepts of what your marketing, how your price will impact your marketing mix. If you don't set the price correctly, well then you won't sell your product. If you have your price too expensive, people won't buy it. If it's too cheap, you won't make enough profit. If you don't market your product in the right place, if you don't place it in the right place so it makes it accessible to your target market, well then it won't sell. If you don't promote the product, so if you've got the best product but nobody knows about it, well then it won't sell. And your product itself is the whole function of your product. What makes it different to its competitors? Is the function and the quality good? It needs to be good, because if it's not, then it won't actually sell as well. The next thing that's probably a bare minimum that you need to know is the product life cycle. So the product life cycle. And a product life cycle is basically the lifespan of any product. And you can take some product life cycle lasts a very long time. Some are very short. An example of a short product life cycle you could say maybe is the app Pokemon Go, where a long product life cycle might be a BMW car. Okay, so a BMW car might last for 20 years, 30 years, where Pokemon Go might last for about a year and it'll be kind of gone off the market. Okay, so you can see that the different products have different life cycle. It's important that you understand the 5 stages of the product life cycle. So you've got the introduction, you've got the growth stage, you've got the maturity stage, you've got the saturation stage, and you've got the decline. And also remember, before you've got any of these stages, you've also got the development stage, where you're going to make a loss because you're basically not making any sales, and you're making your prototypes, and you're paying for your market research and your development of the product and so on. The next thing that's really important to understand, and it definitely is a bare minimum, is your pricing strategy. Okay, it's important to understand your pricing strategy. Is it going to be you're going to charge really like premium prices, or are you going to have a loss leader, or are you going to have price skimming, or are you going to have price penetration? It doesn't matter what you choose, but there are different pricing strategies. And here a few. So premium pricing, so you can charge a really high price. You're going to have a cost plus strategy. So that's when you work out your costs and then you add on a little bit more. You're going to have penetration prices. So this is when you start, your price is really low, and as you become more popular and sell more products, your price actually increases. Are you going to be price skimming? So you're going to skim your prices. That's basically how most products usually start. Is start really high, not really high, but start high, and the older the product, the cheaper the product becomes. Or are you going to have price discrimination? So this is when you actually change the price depending on who you're selling it to. So an example of this might be like in a market where somebody will get maybe flowers for maybe €5 and then somebody else would go and say, can I have for $2.50, and the seller might just agree. So it's price discrimination. The price depends on who they're selling to, and it can change depending on who they're selling it to. Another one that I could have wrote down there is the loss leader. This is when you sell below the cost price to try attract consumers and customers into the shop, and you hope then that when they're in the shop that they will buy that product but also buy another product, which will then make you profit overall, because the other product that they hopefully will purchase will make up the difference in what you've lost in the product that attracted them into the shop in the first place. It's important that you understand the channels of distribution. So the channels of distribution. Okay, so the channels of distribution are basically the different routes that you can take to transfer the goods from the manufacturers to the wholesalers to the retailers to find the consumers. I can go from the manufacturers to the consumers. I can go to the manufacturers to the retailers to the consumers, and different products will have different channels of distribution. But it's important that you understand why there can be different channels of distribution. For example, you might be a manufacturer, you might be a farmer, and then you might just then go to a market and sell the products directly to the consumers. Or if you're in the pharmaceutical industry, you can't just do that. You can't just make the drugs and then sell them straight to the consumer. What you'll have to do is you'll have to go to the wholesaler, and then it'll have to go to the retailers, and then finally it'll make its way to the consumers. Another important concept is market segment. So market segments are a group of buyers with similar habits. Okay, so they've got you can put them into similar kind of groups. You might be able to group them because of their age. You might be able to group them because of their sex, so male or female. You might be able to group them because of their income, of their ethnicity group, whatever it might be. But you have people can be divided into different groups, so they can be segmented into different groups, and then from that we usually make up our target market. Okay, we usually pick our target market, and a target market is a group of segments that we usually use to target. Okay, so you might decide, right, I'm going to target females, and they're going to target age 20 to 35, okay, with my product, and so on. So that's where your target market comes from. It comes from your market segments. You pick a few of the segments, which becomes your target market, and that's the group that you're going to target your product to, and hopefully that group will purchase most of them because that's who you're targeting at. But it's not. It doesn't say that that's the only group that's going to buy them. Of course, other people outside your target market will purchase them, but it's the group that you're going to target. Another one just that's important to note there is also a niche market. So a niche market is a small segment of the overall market. Okay, so it's just a tiny little. It might just be one little segment of the overall market. Okay, and if you know everything on this page here, you will be absolutely fine for the marketing topic, for this chapter of marketing. This is the bare minimum requirements, and I would pay particular attention to the marketing mix, the price, place, promotion, product. This is the one that comes up a lot, but you will need to know everything else that is on this page. This is the bare minimum. Okay, so that's it for today's tutorial on looking at the minimum requirements for marketing. If you enjoyed the tutorial, can you please leave me some feedback or subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can also find more videos through the playlist on YouTube or through examrevision.ie, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram for all the latest news. Thanks, guys.